Good morning, hello, welcome. This is Louise Winstanley, live on Peace and Presence Wellbeing with Louise Winstanley. And this is Sunday, and this is self-care time to share. So, if you've never joined me before, I usually come on in the morning on a Sunday. Sometimes it does get a bit later in the day, but I'm on time today. Actually, I'm a little bit earlier than what I planned. I did say 11 a.m, but a little change of plan. So I'm just going to share you with my groups, and then I'm going to let you know what's going to be happening this morning for the next 10 or so minutes. So if you want to find somewhere really comfortable, maybe somewhere a little bit quieter, then that would be brilliant. As we're going to do some lovely, I'm going to move back a bit, that's better, a bit too close to the camera there. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Louise Winstanley. I'm a healing and wellbeing guide, and I work in the Manchester and Wigan areas of northwest England. Let's just share this and then I'll continue. So let's have a look. Sorry, won't be a second. Self-love. So this, I'm just going to share this in my group Self-Love and Healing, and my group for aimed at children, which is Kalm Minds, Wisdom for Kids. So I'll explain that in a little second. Nearly there. Last one. Luckily I've only got two groups, so let's take too long. Calm Minds. There we go. Okay, so I'm a healing and wellbeing guide, and I work with children, I work with adults who, and their wellbeing really. I'm quite a very positive person, and my focus at the moment is instilling positivity into the people that I work with. So I run wellbeing workshops for children aged 7 to 11 in the Salford and in the Wigan area. Have fortnightly groups. Fortnightly groups in Wigan. Booth Town in Manchester. At the minute it's just going to be half terms, and I have got some events coming up in the next few weeks for half term in both areas. So if you have children aged 7 to 11, I'm going to be running some wellbeing workshops that are focused on nature over the February half term on the 18th and 19th of February. We're going to be out and about in nature. We're going to be exploring our mindfulness activities. We're exploring some meditation, some movement. We're going to explore some creative activities and games, but spending time in nature and looking at exploring how we can get in touch with ourselves and the world around us. So that's what I do with children. I also do therapies such as Reiki, reflexology, Indian head massage, and I run meditation groups. That's mainly based in the Salford area. I do some work mobile in surrounding areas, so if you're interested, please get in touch or check out my website, which is www.peaceandpresence.co.uk. So that's a little bit about me. So today, self-care time to share is about finding some time where you can just be. So whether you've got 5-10 minutes spare that you can come and join in today, this morning, even if you're watching the replay, and just be involved in some relaxation, a bit of a discussion about our topic of the week, which today will be silence, and we're going to do an angel card as well. So today's topic is silence, and I'm just going to read a quote, what I've just found on Google. Listen and silent are spelt with the same letters. So I think that's really a quite important kind of quote, that something I wasn't aware of, and is it something that we actually do. So when we're in trying to be silent, are we listening at the same time? And what do we understand by the word silence? Is silence no sound at all, or is silence with just natural sounds happening around you? What is your interpretation of silence? So to me, silence is being in a space on my own. It can be indoors or outdoors, and just actually having no impact from any other person that can create sound or movement that would distract me. So at the minute I'm upstairs in my bedroom, and I can hear sounds from downstairs, so I wouldn't say this is silence because I've got an impact of somebody else, with the whatever activity they're doing that's creating a noise that's not a sound that I associate with being silent. If I couldn't hear that sound downstairs, I could hear the sound of a dehumidifier. So I'm happy with that sound, and to me that's silence in another aspect, that it's just what is happening without a person kind of creating that sound. So I could happily turn that sound off of the dehumidifier, and if I didn't have the sound downstairs, it wouldn't be pure silence still without those kind of removals. There would still be, there you go, it's kind of changed sounds now, the dehumidifier, but there'd still be sounds from maybe creaking of the pipes. There would be sounds from maybe just the electricity moving around, the window. Sometimes I hear that maybe the wind on the window. So silence isn't necessarily total zap of all sounds and any movements, because I'm associating silence with movement as well, because that movement creates silence in my interpretation. So where is a place where you can try and get as much silence as possible? So I'm mentioning my house now. It's not really a great place to find silence that I'm happy with, but maybe outdoors in nature. You still got the birds, you've still got wildlife, you still got the wind blowing, but actually that presence at that moment is actually a place where I would feel quite comfortable and find I could switch my mind off. So connecting with your environment, with your mind, and being able to lower those thoughts, those internal thoughts, and going back to the words silent and listen, connecting those two together. So when my environment is more silent, I can listen. When there is less hustle and bustle going on, I can listen to my body and listen to my thoughts. So I'd love to have your interpretation of this, what you think about silence. Do you find that difficult to get that place on your own where you can actually listen to your body and your thoughts? So that's what we're going to do this morning, even with the noise that's possibly going on in the background that you can possibly hear. And sometimes listening and that silence is being able to shut off what's happening around us. So what I want us to do is to find a place where I'm just going to sit cross-legged, and I'm going to place my hands on my knees. So you might want to do this as well, whatever's comfortable. And I'm not going to play any music, we're going to just listen what's happening around us. So if you've got somewhere that you can sit, please come join in. And we're just going to get in touch with our body today. We're going to listen, being in the environment that we are, and trying to close our mind to what's happening around us. That doesn't mean we're not going to have thoughts. We are going to have thoughts. It just means we're going to quieten the mind a little bit. So this is being mindful. Okay, so just sitting comfortably or lying down, however you feel most at ease. You might want to just gently close your eyes. And we're just going to breathe in. Breathing in through our nose and inflating our tummies. And it's a slow, deep breath. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, so now you've just relaxed with 3 deep breaths. There may be thoughts still happening around your mind, but that's natural. So what I want us to do now, we're just going to ground ourselves. And from the root of our feet, or maybe from the base of your back, I want you to imagine that you are an anchor with a big chain. It's just clanging about, and it's going to go under the ground beneath you. It's connected to your spine, your lower back. And just feel that weight of that anchor pulling you deeper under the ground as the anchor moves through the concrete beneath you, as it moves through the soil, the rocks, the shale, and it pulls you deeper and deeper to the ground until you reach the centre of the earth, the core of the earth. And I want you to wrap this chain and this anchor around the centre of the earth, and just notice what colour this centre of the earth may be and appear to you. Just feel that pull, that connection, that magnetism connecting you to the earth. And just take a deep breath in here and out. And we're just going to draw up that colour, whatever you see, up through the chain and the anchor. Just draw it up all the way back into your body, whether it enters the soles of your feet or the base of your back. That colour evaporates around the whole of your body. And what we're going to do, we're going to just now begin to use our listening and our silence, as they are both related. And we're going to work through each and every part of our body, listening to what's feeling, what sounds on our senses. And we're going to start with the top of our head and just feeling our scalp. And as we feel that scalp, just pay attention to that area. Just notice how it feels. Moving down to the face and the forehead. Notice any uncomfortableness or twitching, and just pay attention to that area. Moving to the back of the neck. Just notice any discomfort or anything that doesn't feel right within you. And at this point, I want you to be aware of where you're sitting and what sounds you can hear around you. So just listen for the next 10 to 20 seconds. Just focus on those sounds. And just breathing in and out gently. Again, moving down your back. Just feeling the spine. One by one, moving down your spine. Connecting the vertebrae together. Does your back feel tall and strong? Does it feel floppy and relaxed? Moving down to the chest and the neck. Is there any tingling in your throat? Maybe you want to put your hand on your heart and feel your heart. Just be present. Moving down to the stomach and the tummy area. How does it feel? Does it feel like it's digesting your food? Does it feel relaxed and calm and empty? Moving down to the lower abdomen. Just feeling at peace with this area. Moving to the hips and the bum, and feeling beneath you the surface that you're sitting or lying on. Just feeling that moment, and any sounds that you hear around you, acknowledge, and then come back to the sound of my voice and notice how your body is feeling. Moving down your legs, moving through your muscles, down to your knees, Just feel the body softening and relaxing. Moving down to the lower legs, the ankles, and the top of the feet. Now I want you to notice how your mind is feeling. Any thoughts? Just thank those thoughts for being present and just push them to the side and say thank you. And we're just going to do one last deep breath in and out. I'm just going to say namaste. So hopefully you feel a little bit more relaxed. And I'm just going to pull a little angel card for you. And this is from the deck, which I use every Sunday, the Harmony Angel cards. Okay, so a little card for you all. These are beautiful cards. You probably can hear the sound, what's going on in my house. There's lots of games going on downstairs. So I find myself, I did get in touch with my silence. I did get in touch with my listening then. And now I feel my ear, quite aware of an uncomfortable sense in my ear. So I'm just listening to my body, listening. So this is the beautiful card. And this is how I'm sitting cross-legged. And today it's quite funny, I've just done a little exercise with a lovely lady called Roisin McArdle, who's a colour therapist. And the colour that I got in her little exercise this morning was orange. So this is orange, but also it's got the other colours of the rainbow in there. Not all of them. We've got yellow, we've got orange, we've got indigo, we've got blue, green, yellow and orange. The only one that's missing is red, which is fine. Obviously I'm pretty grounded, I feel pretty grounded this morning. So for you as well, this is what's relating to you, sitting in your own space, and this is the energy that we're emitting, the signals that we're sending out to people. And if our brain is overactive, if our thoughts are just very active and moving, then thoughts are being sent out to the universe and being sent out. So sometimes it's about drawing those energies in and keeping your own personal space of your energies. So being in that energy of that colour. Let's have a look what the book says today. Just going to read from the book. Let's have a quick look. Here it is. Okay, so this is also a zodiac sign of Leo. So if you are a Leo, this could be to do with relating to you. So this is called Veshil, Archangel Veshil, Zodiac Angel of Leo, the issues of courage, leadership and loyalty. This card is for those who are courageous, loyal and skilled in leadership. But Veshil points out that these qualities are often coupled with strong emotions and passions. You inspire others, particularly young people, which may lead you into situations where difficult decisions must be taken. If you have such a situation to address, take the time to invoke Veshil to be with you to help you to decide how, when and with and whom to take action. The reverse side of this is the possible tendency to be too headstrong, not thinking through the issues and weighing up consequences. You may rush to give your heart too easily, or perhaps you try hard things. Both of these weaknesses come from the constant need for others to approve your actions, caused by your own insecurities. Veshil helps you to learn to be comfortable with yourself and back your own judgment while listening and valuing the opinions of others. Crystals to assist this are yellow topaz for self-confidence, joy and creativity, citrine to bring awareness of the high self. Veshil also suggests your temper, strength with sympathy and courage with your true connection. So this one it's very much about the way your thoughts are, like I was saying. and that keeping them grounded and secured, giving that clarity and self-confidence to help you make that decision to move forward. So this is the sign of Leo. So Leo is very much a fire sign, and this is what I'm seeing here. It's kind of, don't take too much of a harsh jumping decision. Kind of rein in those thoughts and think about what your actions are going to be before you make the move. So if you've missed what I've been doing today, we've just done the card of the angel cards, and the deck is the So Lovely Harmony Angel cards. So that's for everyone that watches today. So just a reminder who I am. I'm Louise Winstanley. I'm a healing and wellbeing guide. I work in the Manchester area and Wigan area of the UK. I work with children running wellbeing workshops who are aged 7 to 11. I've got half-term sessions coming up where we're going to be out in nature in Wigan and Boothstown. So if you're interested and want your children to be in more of a wellbeing focused group, of a small niche group of children, we'll have up to 8 children maximum. Then this half term, the 18th and 19th of February, I'll be running these nature wellbeing workshops. We'll be outside exploring mindfulness, meditation. We'll be doing some movements like Tai Chi, some yoga movements, focusing on our breathing, and we'll also be connecting with some creative activities. We've got some really fun activities to do with gnomes, and it's going to be really interesting. It's a 3-hour session. Children under 8 need to be accompanied by a parent or guardian, or can only attend for 2 hours. So I'll put the link up here if you're interested. I need to update my website, but I'll put a link up that relates to the workshops. I also run therapies as well in Manchester and Wigan area. I do some mobile therapies as well, and I do these with children as well. I work with a lovely little girl who I do a tailored session of reflexology for her. But it's not just reflexology, it's very unique. I do combine some of the wellbeing workshop activities in that session with her, and it flows. So I work with children with autism as well, and she is a lovely little girl that I work at her pace and how things work for her, and sometimes we have to have a little talk in between and just work it whatever works for her, and it's her kind of time out to kind of find her place of peace after her busy day at work, and also that helps me as well. What else do I do? Yeah, so my therapies, I've got a room in Little Holton in Salford, so if you want to book in, check out my website www.peaceandpresence.co.uk. I've got an online calendar there, you can book in with me. I do Reiki, reflexology, Indian hand massage, and holistic massage, and I also do a meditation group which is once a month, on the first Saturday of the month in Little Holton, and that's a lovely time to get together and do like what we've just done now. We've just done a lovely relaxation and meditation. Please watch the replay if you've missed it. We also did a little talk about silence and how the word listen is spelt the same as silence. Do we listen when there is silence, when there is an opportunity in our environment to be still? So that's a little overview of me. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back next Sunday, round about 11ish, for self-care time to share, with a new topic and a card and a relaxation for you. So please share with your children as well, because children, this is accessible to them as well. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.